Okay, so our next lesson that we're going to go on to, we're going to use our legs. So we're going to learn how to travel around. So obviously part of dancing, you want to be able to move around comfortably, whether you're, on the dance floor, practicing at home, wherever you're getting down, you want to be able to move around and travel. So the first basic is we're actually going to work with just a walk to the front and back. And walking and popping isn't like walking in regular life. You can start with a step like that, but you actually want to make it a two-fold process. So it's really two moves to do one step. So I'm going to start with the right foot, and I'm going to bring up the knee. It's one, and then I step forward. It's two. So again, if it's just the right, bring up the knee, step down. And when you step back, it's the same. So step up, down, down. So now when we travel forward, we'll go ahead and do both legs. So we'll go right, down, left, down, and we'll travel back, up, back, back. Okay? So from the side, we'll see that bring the leg up, almost to that 90-degree position. So just like we had our arms before, that leg should almost mirror that. Okay, so bring it up, step forward, up, forward, up, back. So when you listen to the music, you actually hear the breakdown of the music usually goes boom, clap, boom, clap. So you hear like, so you hear that boom, that bass drum, that's when your knee comes up, and that clap, that snap sound is when you actually land. Boom, cap, boom, cap, boom, cap, boom, cap. Okay, so that's stepping forward and back. And now we'll go side to side, and that's simple. We can actually just start with a step out to the side and out to the other side. So it's just easy. You don't have to bring the leg up and then go out, although you certainly can. You can go up and out, boom, or you can just step out. That's one of the key things with popping is that it's all style preference. If you watch a lot of poppers, they dance differently because you can take so many elements and just change them. So you don't have to step out like this, and you don't have to step out like this. You do have choices. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do with that step is we're going to add one more in there, and we're going to actually add a crossover step. So you actually step across the front, and then out, and then the left steps across the right, and out again. Okay? So again, right comes across, we step out, left comes across, then out. So together we have coming forward, boom, boom, back, boom, out to the sides, and then we have the crossover step. And remember, you can always hit as you do these. So again, just to demonstrate that, if I'm going forward, hit, and I'll actually bring my ankles up with that leg. You can step out to the side and hit with it. I can cross, and generally, you'll see I'll bring my hand up here, out, boom, out. So that's just some basic leg work in terms of stepping and taking steps. I'll show you how to put that together a little bit more in just a moment. And now we're actually going to go on to just some basic pivots. So we won't just walk in lines and then suddenly turn and walk. We'll make it a lot smoother by, say, taking a step, boom, pivoting to the sides, and actually working like that. So for that, you'll see it'll be zoomed in on the feet a little bit more. Okay, so to continue with our leg work and moving around, we're going to start with the feet. So what we're going to do is some pivots. So this will actually be pretty basic. So the first thing is you want to be able to get more balance on each foot. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll start with the right foot and just go on the heel and then the toe. Heel and the toe. So you actually just want it to rock back. So heel, toe, toe. So it's just going to rock like that. And the left side, heel, toe, toe. From the side again, heel, toe, heel, toe. And now we actually want to do them at the same time. So we'll start toes, heels, rocking back and forth. So again, toes, heels, heels. And if you notice, when I come back to my heels, I kind of lock my legs a little bit, and I bring my weight over my heels more. So I'm actually bent over a little bit so I can keep that balance. When I go to the front, my knees will actually bend forward so that I can keep that balance. Okay, so when you get comfortable with that, you can actually move on by doing this. So now you're going to work your feet in opposition. So you're going to go to the right toe, and you're going to bring up your left and go on your left heel. Okay, and then you're going to go on your left toe and bring up your right heel. And you're going to switch back and forth. So from the side again, if I go on my right toe and put weight over my left heel, then it'll look like this. So you see they're working in opposites. Okay? So now we're going to do a quick little move called the Egyptian twist. Okay? And what that actually involves is it's almost like a little heel flick, but you're putting your weight on the toe and you're just coming back to the middle. So you give your body a little bit of a twist, because eventually what you can do is you can use it to turn and step. And we're going to do that now actually. So instead of having the other foot planted, so say if I turn on my right foot, if I stay planted and then step, I'm going to be crossed up like this. So when you turn, bring up the heel and bring it out to the side. Let your other foot that's on the floor just slide. It can be flat, or if you want, you can actually do this, go on the heel of it and turn out. So again, if you did that little heel and toe rock in opposition, you're on the right toe, left heel, boom, turn out. And then you can take that and you can go ahead and step forward and then back. So if we go to the other direction, then our left foot is going to push out on the toe, and then you can step forward. And also by being on the toe, that allows you to change your momentum quickly. So instead of just walking forward, boom, taking those steps forward, you can now change your direction and turn a bit. So I'm just stepping right foot each time, but you can see you can turn around. And just one other key thing, when you do step, make sure to step more towards your toe rather than your heel, because the more advanced you get when you start to turn and pivot, then if you try to turn when you're here, if you turn this way, then you get crossed and it'll be harder to go anywhere. And then if you decide to turn this way, your tendency is going to be to actually fall forward. So if you actually step on your toe, and then you push onto it and do that Egyptian twist pivot, then you'll be able to continue moving nice and smooth. So same thing if I go to the other side, if I step out and then turn, then I'll actually be able to keep moving and it'll be nice and comfortable and you'll have a lot more control over what you do. Okay, so now to actually move around a little bit to the music, we'll actually listen. You hear that snap? Okay, so now if we go ahead and start our steps, just the basic front and back. Boom, boom. So I'm just stepping to the front and back. You can step backwards. So notice how my feet are landing on the beat. You always want it to land on the beat, out to the side. Crossover step. And then the pivots, we have, let's do the Egyptian. So for that breakdown, we actually just do the Egyptian. Bring it forward, back, and then we're going to do that And that's how you move around.